Fellow Ambazonians, I don't just get the write-up with Boh Herbert. I call it Boh Herbert because that name where they call itself say Tumfoin Boh Herbert, the colonial mayor where they for Denis Ndang where they work for Atanganji Paul for La Republique. He don't come for fun palace. He don't carry people them with military. Then go for them talk say Tumfoin Boh Herbert is no longer the Tumfoin Boh Herbert because Tumfoin it means a person where they speak from the palace for he talk on behalf of the fund of they run the throne because he need to talk on behalf of and it be very very sad say now people in this way they call themselves Ambazonian leaders they want to be leaders, they want go negotiate on behalf of the people the way they fight, because this is a war, it's not a protest, this is a liberation struggle, it's not a revolution, this is not a rebellion, these are not rebels. We are in an actual war for the sovereignty of Southern Cameroon. People are being slaughtered, and we are asking our boys not just to defend themselves, but to fight and kill to secure the liberation and freedom of our people. And for somebody who claims to be a leader of Ambazonia to go out there, write a statement claiming that why would Ayabacho make me a spokesperson of the ADF? Maybe if he wants my job, he should put a proper application and stating that I have called for the assassination of the fund of 3 times in my audios. This man is indeed the Nyamfuka, the Kyakfusafu of He's an idiot. We have never called for the assassination of anybody. I, Capo Daniel, the Deputy Defense Chief of the Ambazonian Defense Forces, have called for the fund of in line with the principles of the Ambazonia Defense Forces and the governing councils to be arrested, tried for treason, and face the maximum penalty, the death penalty. He should be executed, not assassinated. We are gentlemen. For committing treason, the same fund of the palace called me to inform me that he was kidnapped by Ndang Denis and taken to Bamenda upstation to go and vote for La République du Cameroun House of Chiefs. It turned out to be a lie. The fund willingly went there and connived with Ndang Denis to go and vote to impose this La République House of Chiefs upon our people. In the same land of in August 2019, La République troops burned 4 people alive, 2 of them in a vehicle and 2 of them out of the vehicle. They slaughtered the head of Samsoya. We have all seen those pictures. Burn entire villages. Go right to the house of Payong, who have given a lot of pride to that country, and burn his house to the ground. They have been slaughtering our people. The people of have made it absolutely clear that they want nothing but independence. That means they have given a mandate, and through their participation of the call for rally, Ambazonian Rising in 2018, they have decided to have independence, and we are doing what we have to do to assure and exert our sovereignty. Even the British-owned parliamentarians have stood on the British House of Lords and said that the people of Southern Cameroon have the right to exert their sovereignty. On that right and our political rights to assemble, organize ourselves, I declare that the fund of is a blackleg. He have collaborated with the foreign government to impose its law and colonize Ambazonia. Under international law, colonization is a crime against humanity. And under the principle of the governing council and the ADF, he will receive the death penalty. The evidence against him is overwhelming. He's doing so on his own will and should be executed. I've communicated that to the British Southern Cameroon resistance forces and our partner forces around that area. The people of should prepare their heart that for them to ever have freedom, where their children don't need to go and change their name and adopt foreign names, like Adamu Musa, for their children to be able to learn their history and stand with dignity to govern their land, to live in a free country, free of Cameroon terrorism, political persecution. They have to make the sacrifices that for one man have to go for them to be free. This is what it needs to be done. Funds that commit treason shall face the death penalty. And the fund of Com, the fund of Unso are the bench line. They have committed treason. The day they will be arrested, they will face trial and they will be executed humanely for committing treason against the state of Ambazonia. We are not mixing what. We are taking responsibility and we are taking ownership. And this is what leadership means. This is what the people want. They want independence, and this is what it needs to be done for them to have their independence. And the people in Com should know that we are not calling for him to be assassinated. It is not personal. It is national. You joke against the sovereignty, you will face the ultimate price. And this should be a lesson to all the funds. They should look at the fund of Abumbi in Bafut. He refused to go there. More than 50% of our funds, they refused to go there. Were they not under pressure? If you go against the will of your people, if you are not representing the will of your people, if you cannot defend the blood of your own people, you go and side with the genocidal regime. You do not deserve to be a fund. Funds in the southern Cameroon have been polluted. Some of them have killed people to arise to that throne. That era is gone. That era where they tell us that only a man will eat the gizzard of a chicken. That era of darkness is gone. We are in the era of enlightenment. No fund that put his life, his greed over the life of his people and the dignity of his state, and that violate our sovereign right, will not survive. You will be arrested, you will be tried, you will face the death penalty. And we are not hiding it. So Tumfoin, whatever contract you have with the HD, that fufu go tight for your hand. You Nyamfuka, you are the real indeed Nyamfuka for Ambazonia.